In this video, I'm going to share with you 7 interior design trends that will take over in 2024. I've noticed little clues of emerging trends and people are starting to really gravitate towards them. And today I'm going to tell you what those trends are and how you can include them in your future home design plans. The first trend I'm going to tell you about has really been taking over the last half of this year, and I think it's still going to stay popular in 2024. It started its way in the fashion space and it's making its way into furniture pieces and home decor trends as well. But it's the trend of relaxed sophistication or quiet luxury. So what is quiet luxury? Well, it's a lifestyle that's known for its kind of relaxed, elegant style, and it emphasizes quality materials without needing to have flashy logos or brand names. So in fashion, this looks like a very well-tailored, sophisticated kind of outfit, but without the need for kind of like those high designer logos or any brand names. So how does the quiet luxury aesthetic translate into interior design? Well, we're starting to see this trend through furniture pieces as there's a bigger focus on quality design. People are starting to put more of a focus on craftsmanship and having fewer pieces of furniture, but pieces that are good quality and that will last for many generations. I also really like this trend or lifestyle because it's not about having the next trendiest sofa or decor piece, but it's actually about buying pieces much more slower and focusing on the quality of these pieces, kind of having the intention that you're going to be keeping these pieces for many, many years to come. So how can you embrace quiet luxury without the need to replace all the furniture in your home? So it's not just about the physical pieces of furniture in your home, but it's also about infusing little moments of luxury within the experience of your home. And you can do this by elevating the experience in each space in your home. For example, in your bathroom, you can have a little basket with little rolled up hand towels. And this is just a small detail that really makes it feel like you're staying in a hotel. Another idea is in your entranceway, you can have like a little bowl of candies or little chocolates so that people can just shove their pockets with the candies on their way out. Like if you were in a hotel or like leaving a restaurant. Or in your kitchen, you can also have like a little espresso station, and maybe you have cute little unique espresso cups laid out, or different syrups that you could put in your coffee, or even little jars of different spices like cinnamon, nutmeg, vanilla sugar, whatnot. It's really just about thinking about the little details and the little experiences that you can have in your home and just putting in little moments of luxury throughout your home. After having a moment of super modern spaces, in 2024 and 2025, I think we're going to see a greater blend between new modern spaces and more traditional details. This is why I think the modern traditional style is going to be trending in 2024. I like to think of modern traditional style as taking classic patterns and details and materials and bringing them back in a more refreshed and new contemporary way. So how can we do this in interior design and architecture? Well, patterns like herringbone are an ancient pattern that actually date back to the Roman Empire, and they were used as kind of like a stable and durable interlocking paving system for roadways. This pattern is experiencing a huge comeback now, and I love it because it adds a lot of movement and texture in a classic and contemporary way. This is fluting and this is reading. These classic details will continue to be popular in 2024. This is also a very traditional technique that's used to add texture to an otherwise plain material. You would see this a lot in Greek architecture, and it's being brought back today to add texture and interest to kind of clean, very modern shapes, especially in furniture. And small residential architecture like custom homes. In the past few years, I've been noticing a lot of very modern kind of roof shapes, so like a lot of flat roofs. But lately I've noticed a preference for more traditional forms like gable roofs and dormers, and they're being used in more of a contemporary way. Window mullions are a detail that date back to Gothic architecture periods, and they're used as a decorative element, but also to support little pieces of glass in windows. But lately, in more modern times, we've seen a lot of the use of large picture frame windows without any kind of like visual obstructions in the windows. But I think in 2024, I've seen a lot of new homes use mullions in their window design. And I think it adds a little decorative element and a little bit of traditional charm to new modern custom homes. I think these traditional design details will continue to be brought back in more new and contemporary ways in 2024. And I'm excited to see how different designers will approach this trend. In 2024, I think we'll see a lot less of a separation between outdoor elements and our interior spaces. Natural materials like stone, wood, and linen will also continue to stay popular. Lime wash paint is made of natural materials, and I think it will also stay popular in 2024. Lime wash is one of the oldest painting methods known to humans. It was used in Egypt, Greece, and Rome. Lime wash paint is made from crushed limestone that's then been fired at a really high temperature, and then it gets mixed with water and natural pigments to create a kind of chalky, textured wall paint finish. And I think people are really drawn to the unique texture and finish that it creates. In architectural design, I think we'll also see a lot more of material strategies where they carry exterior cladding materials into interior spaces, especially in spaces like entryways and foyers where they want to kind of blend this interior space with the exterior space. Speaking of people wanting to spend more time in nature and the outdoors, I've been noticing a trend of this interior design style that reminds me a lot of cottages, cabins, and kind of like a grandparent's cottage or house. And I'm gonna call this aesthetic grandpa chic, or like a grandpa kind of style. Basically, I'm talking about kind of like a cottage-like aesthetic that has a lot of unique charm and character. The design choices I'm seeing in these spaces are a lot of browns, a lot of antique and vintage furniture. Also a variety of wall treatments that are typically used in cottages and cabins. So things like wood wall paneling, either the full height of a space or midway up a space. I think the essence of this grandpa chic kind of like interior design trend that I'm getting is that people are really celebrating the unique character of their homes, especially if you have a more older or outdated home. And I'm even seeing people bring in these like charming characters into more contemporary styled homes to bring in some more warmth and character into these new homes. More and more people are recognizing that to create a cozy atmosphere in a space, you have to go beyond than just having one main source of lighting. This past year, I noticed more and more people are using a variety of different light sources in one single space. People are including lamps in every corner of the room. And I don't think this is really a trend, but I think people are just realizing that this is how you create a really cozy atmosphere. But related to lighting, I think an emerging trend that will get a lot more popularity in the next year is incorporating sconces throughout your home, but not just for lighting up spaces, but I think they're going to be used in more of like an artistic way. So in the past few years, I think sconces have become a lot more popular and used to light up hallways, vanity mirrors, or even in bedrooms above bedside tables. And I think this way of using sconces will definitely stay, but I also see a shift towards using sconces in more of like an artistic way in different parts of your home and kind of emphasizing their aesthetic and kind of like artistic appeal and go beyond than just using them for their more practical functions. In the past few years, we've seen a lot of neutral interiors, so things like white walls, beige and light neutral furniture pieces. And while creamy and kind of like neutral interiors are still very popular, I think we'll see a lot more people use very saturated color in their homes. I think people are bored of the all white walls and all white aesthetic, and they want to use color to showcase different mood in different rooms and to show their personality a little bit more. I've noticed a lot of bold color being used in hospitality design, so things like restaurants and hotels. And I'm noticing this trend moving more into residential design. People are using bold colors in little pops throughout their homes or in little spaces like bathrooms and powder rooms. Here are 3 wall paint colors that I think will become popular in 2024. Benjamin Moore New Hope Gray. I also think Benjamin Moore Intrigue will become popular. Both of these colors are like a gray toned, either blue or green, and they can create a very moody yet sophisticated space. I think we'll also see a lot of dark navy color being used for wall paints. And another color that I'm loving right now is a wine red colored wall paint. I think we'll see a lot of this color on accent walls or even being used to paint furniture. If you love a really deep and rich color, that will create a really moody space. This brings me to my next trend, that is color drenching. Color drenching is when you paint the walls, trim, door, ceiling, everything in a space the same color. There's no rule that you need to leave your trim or your door or ceiling white. Why not just paint your entire room the same color, and then you can really experience this color to the fullest. And if you want to still bring out the look of your trim pieces, you can paint your trim in semi-gloss finish and then paint your walls in either a matte or an eggshell finish. This will just make the trim in your space kind of stand out a little bit from the walls. I think this look can look really interesting when your furniture pieces also match the colors on your wall. And then you can kind of play around with different textures of pieces, and that can be the thing that makes different pieces stand out. Color drenching is also a great technique in a room that doesn't get a lot of natural light. If it's already very dark and moody, why not just play with that feature and go all in and make the space feel even moodier and cozier. So those are the 7 design trends that I think will become popular in 2024. I hope you found this video interesting and helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.